Spring is known to many as a season of change.
And for the Quincy Museum this year, it also means a season of opportunity. WGEM's Kyle Eck shows us how.
With the 2024 season for the Quincy Museum newly underway, changes are on the horizon with the museum's management. After some 20 years of tenure, current museum executive director Barbara Wilkinson Fletcher is set to retire by the end of this month. This afternoon, she reflected on the time when she ascended to the executive director role.
They got me all settled in and made me feel comfortable and at home in Quincy, and I've felt that way ever since. So the museum has just been a home for me for the last 20 years.
Stepping into her role is tri-state native Catherine Roskamp Ellerbrock. She has an extensive background in agriculture and hopes to use her skills to continue the museum's success moving forward.
My experience to date has been very agricultural marketing based. I'm hoping to use those marketing skills to help promote the museum more and also bring my leadership skills to the museum as well.
She is also involved in the community and hopes that her previous experiences will help to continue her community outreach in her new role.
Right now, I am one of the co-directors for the Adams County Fair Queen pageant. I work with the contestants each year, and then ultimately the girl who wins, our queen, and I prep her for the state pageant every year in Springfield.
As Barbara prepares to retire, she's given Catherine some insightful advice as she steps into her new role here as executive director.
The fun thing about this job that I've always enjoyed is that every day is different. There are no 2 days the same. So just be prepared and be open to new things.
As one successful era ends for the Quincy Museum, another begins. Kyle Eck, WGEM News, Quincy.
And the leadership transition is expected to finish by the end of the month. The museum's current operating hours are from 1 to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday.